Hello, everyone, and welcome to another virtual HotShot. I'm joined today by Andrew Hoskin. He's co founder of Last Mile Exchange, also known as LMX. Andrew, welcome to the hot seat.
Thanks, Isabelle. Lovely to be here.
So, Andrew, everyone is talking about end to end fluid connectivity. It's the new big thing now. But to make this happen, you need partly real time, automated, end to end quoting processes, which is very complex. I think it's a very big part of the complexity of making end to end connectivity happen. So, digital transformation is part of or an element of making fluid connectivity a reality. How is that impacting the quoting part of the business?
The big impact of digital transformation in quoting is around speed and responsiveness. When we first began in telecoms, the quoting process was entirely manual, and the response times were generally 5 days, but it wasn't unusual for it to be 10, 15, 20 days in certain markets. When you've got a good automation strategy, you can expect to have quotes in 60 seconds, and you can expect 60 to 80%, sometimes higher, as a percentage of your total quote volume to be automated. What this gives you as a carrier is it means not that the manual quotes ever go away, but it means that your teams that focus on the quoting can now focus on the complex deals. They can focus on the deals that need that really close attention, the best and final offers, the negotiations with key customers. And it means that you can respond better, and it means you can be more responsive to your customers to give them what they need.
Okay, that's very powerful, I think. And we've mentioned one buzzword, fluid connectivity, another one, digital transformation. Now, the third one, APIs. APIs is on everyone's lips at the moment. But how can carriers use APIs to become more efficient on the quoting part of the process?
Sure. I mean, APIs, absolutely. It's the trend in the market. The market is moving towards it a bit slowly, but it's definitely going there. And again, when people think about APIs, they often think about getting the quotes, but it's a two-way street. It's for the buyers and it's for the sellers. So the buyers want to be able to go out to market, get as many quotes as they can from as many of their suppliers as quickly as possible. And that's certainly a big part of the equation. But for the sellers as well, they want to digitize their pricing platform, their pricing process. They want to ensure that when their buyers turn up and want to quote, they can give that back in 60 seconds through an API rather than manually from a spreadsheet. Because at the moment, we have 60 APIs already integrated to our platform. We have 400 suppliers. But what that means is there's still 300 plus suppliers that are using spreadsheets, that have manual processes underpinning their go-to-market strategy. And APIs, transition to APIs is really going to make a big difference there.
Okay, sounds like a win-win. Actually, a win-win-win. A win for the sellers, a win for the buyers, and therefore a win for the customers. I mean, you can't ask for better.
Nobody likes hanging around waiting for a quote, whether it's a customer, whether it's a salesperson, or whether it's the person trying to sell. So everyone comes out on top.
So finally, last but not least, LMX. What are you doing at the moment, and what are you planning to continue to do to enable all this simplification, this automation, and in some ways some self-serve as well thrown in there? When something is automated, then people can actually self-serve themselves, which is, I think, very powerful. So, what role are you playing in all this, equation?
Absolutely, it's a great question. We've focused very much from the start on the buy side of the equation, and that's where James, my co-founder, and I came from. We began our lives working for WorldCom, a company that some of you may remember and some of your listeners may remember. We went through the cycle to MCI, through Verizon Business before setting up Last Mile Exchange. And the focus was very much on managing the myriad of suppliers that the buyers like that have and bring it together efficiently in one place so salespeople can go in, put their requirement in no matter where it is in the world and get it back quickly. But that is just one side of the equation. And the sell side, like I've mentioned before, is just as important. So we're going to continue to help the buy side customers, the ones that want to manage their suppliers efficiently. But we're also going to be focusing on those 300, 400 plus sell side customers with network that they want to get into the buying carriers and make sure that we can make that process happen as efficiently as possible for both sides. And then, like you said before, everyone wins. The buyers get their quotes quickly. The sellers make sure that their network is in the eye line of their customers and their customers' customers. And, great networks can be built and great networks can be sold.
So thank you for talking to us today. I know there's a lot of exciting things going on at LMX, and I know that 2021, your roadmap is full of good things to come. So I'll be watching you guys. Thank you for joining me today, Andrew.
Thanks, Isabelle, and thanks for letting me talk to you and your listeners.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.